Fine today.
And you're not sure.
I'm not sure. But they can hear.
Oh, you can hear us now? Okay, that's fantastic. That last part when I was talking, I actually wasn't. I was pretending to talk because I knew I was muted.
Yeah, it was a little magic trick.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
But yeah, week 5. We're a little late, 8:22. It's tough when you got a bunch of people in the league, and then sometimes they want to play, and then sometimes they don't want to play.
Yeah. The last minute drops.
You know, we'll deal with it. We're just gonna keep going.
But we do have a game for you. We do have a good game.
Thank God.
A little bit of a logistical headache, but you know we swapped it around. So instead of watching the casted game on the website, which was Hard Hat Zone versus Insomnia All Stars, I believe, we'll be watching Team Revenge taking on Lotus Ink Bullets. So still very exciting, very hype match.
And we're getting right into it.
We get right
That's
into it.
That's the best part of it. You don't have to watch any of that stuff.
Any of this.
Whatever. So what do we got? Olaf. Who is that? Udyr, Zed, Ezreal, Karma. 4.
That is Lotus Ink Bullets.
It is. Oh, yeah. Daydream's out there. Okay.
Yeah.
And then, you got Shen, Nocturne, Kassadin, Caitlyn, and who is that? I can't see it. Morgana. So, I mean, let's break those down a little bit in this lull. It's the perfect time to do this.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough. There's some good things on both teams. You have the Nocturne Shen combo where you can Nocturne out with the Shen out on top and then get right into the back line. Shen Kassadin, really annoying once that gets to late game just because you can't really kill the Kassadin, especially with something like Zed. A lot of value there. And then the Kate Morgana, really good pushing 2v2. The thing about that is Karma Ezreal is a really good answer into that lane. Karma counters Morgana pretty heavily, outranges her, has a lot of poke. Don't really get much value from Spell Shield into that. And then Olaf does really well into the CC of Team Revenge. However, the matchup for Olaf is actually kind of weird in the top lane.
Shen just does so much damage.
Yeah, Shen does a lot of damage.
So much damage right now for that tanky boy. Who knew?
Exactly. So Zed versus Kassadin, I'm interested to see if Kassadin is able to kind of scale out of control. It feels like it's very, very hard for Lotus Ink Bullets to play this game. So I expect to see, as you can see, both junglers starting top, pathing towards these bot lanes. I expect a lot of emphasis to be put around this mid-bot side of the map for both teams.
If I can get Zed, beefing on these guys on Kate, maybe if I can blow up the Nocturne if he ends up not going too tanky or the Kassadin, I'll put some resources into that Zed. Ezreal's going to scale regardless. Going to bunch of damage on the Qs. I think they, like you said, they both have some pretty decent prospects here.
Yeah.
The poke from Lotus Ink Bullets, like you said, Ezreal and Karma, what's more really going to do here? I mean, it's a bunch of, geez, they're both nearly at half health already. They just hit level 2, but
already chunked to half HP, so a lot of action going in the bot lane. Morg's going to walk up, looking to get some poke back. Contest this lane a little bit. It's both neutral, but junglers passing towards bottom. Udyr is going to be a little bit ahead of this clear as he already hits Raptors as Nocturne is just getting over to Wolves. He's going to be onto his red buff already. Udyr clear is so ridiculous.
Yeah, he's just a beast. He looks really good too. I mean, he's been hitting a couple different supplements, maybe the gym a couple times a day.
Yeah.
He definitely had a glow up right there.
He's bulking up.
That's crazy. Definitely doing work.
All right, both junglers hitting their 6th camp, and this will be when we kind of see what happens. Do they look bottom? Perhaps a scuttle fight in the bottom river is about to happen as both teams converging towards the bottom side of the map. Here we go. Wards in Tribush and the River Bush for Revenge here. So they'll spot this Udyr coming as he looks to wrap around. A binding is going to land from Morgana. Here comes the spell shield to go down to counter. Ezreal's chunked out really low, so kind of a hard gank to pull off. Both sums for the Caitlyn. He's going to net away, and the binding from Morgana is clutch. 0 summoners used for each of the Revenge bot laners, and now Nocturne sitting in this bush. They haven't spotted him yet. He's going to go in here on Udyr. Looks to get down the fear tether. It's going to pop, but Udyr so tanky. A binding lands on Ezreal. Ezreal going so low is going to eat away with Ignite on Karma, forced to flash away. Udyr is just barely living here as well. Huge Mantra Q from Morgana goes. He's going to force the flash out of Caitlyn, as now Zed is on his way bottom to look to perhaps clean up this fight. And so low on both AD carries, but neither of them going down. Flash use from Caitlyn, heal use from Ezreal. And ultimately, in the end,
nothing accomplished.
Nothing accomplished, but Lotus Inkbolt's kind of coming out on top. They're able to take this crab, and Udyr has wrapped around in Tribush. He's looking to dive this Morgana. No flash, no ignite, and the AD carry forced to back. So here we go. Udyr's pulling the wave. Let's see how this will happen. He needs to tank it. The Spellshield is going to be really good to block the stun, and Udyr's going to get traded back. So honestly, yeah, it's probably worth for the side of Insomnia for sure, or Lotus, excuse me. But still good trade back, and now Olaf really low, and he goes a little bit too deep. The Nooner turns around and just smacks him in the face. He says, "Get out of my lane."
Shen is just crazy, and the fact that he can go against Olaf like that and 1v1 so easily.
Yeah,
no
ridiculous.
items. He got the blade and the shield. That's all they got. Shen out damaging him. He's in a strong spot right now.
Yeah, I think the Doran's Blade Star on Olaf, I think, is actually really greedy. Probably wanted to go Doran Shield there.
Shen's only basic attacks pretty much. He's just autoing pretty much, get those empowered. Yeah, that's all his damage.
And the healing, the health regen from Doran Shield is just so incredibly strong. So either way, though, really good solo kill on the side of Shen. He's going to bring it back a little bit. 2 kills on the side of Team Revenge. Flash forward from Cassidy, forcing the flash out of his head. Crazy aggression. He's not even level 6 yet. Flashes forward on the Ignite Zed and forces out his flash in the exchange. Really good play.
Definitely ballsy from the cast, and looks like they're both staying. Nocturne's coming in through lane. Udyr's going on the top side bush there in mid. Gonna see what they can really get going. Looks like Udyr's going in on them. Oh, he's taking some damage.
Yeah,
Ooh,
Udyr
maybe
super low, goes down to the Nocturne. Solid play right there.
A little bit of a mistake there from Udyr. He wanted to try to see if he could get Cassin, maybe a little bit too late on seeing Nocturne coming in through the lane. Zed now under pressure pretty heavily under his tower. Cassin and Nocturne backing off. Cassin's going to back, and so is Zed. They're both going to reset with this minion wave coming in.
Big binding land. That's going to chunk Karma really low trap, and the net auto is going to be a last hit. Karma W picking up, or Morgana W picking up that kill, but huge play from the Kate Morgana duo. And you see the strength of that lane, but action on the other side of the map as Udyr looks to find something, flash away from Shen, dodging the Olaf Q. But yeah, Kate Morg damage is just insane.
I mean, it's just kept coming. It's just like over and over. Domino effect there. Complete snowball against Karma. She couldn't do anything.
She could not move for so long. And Shen now forced to run away. He says taunt up. He's pretty tanky, and Udyr's only level 4, so it won't amount to too much. And now TR on the opposite side of the map sees that window to take Dragon for free. So Team Revenge in a really good spot right now. Zed has no flash. Needs to be careful. Is Cassin going to ult in? A little bit of a mistake in the combo. Uses the E2 early. Doesn't get that damage. But Cassin is doing so well in this matchup. He's down CS, but the thing about Cassin is he's just looking to scale. And, he is scaling very well, has that push in lane, and Zed really not having any kill threat on him at all.
Yeah, some serious pressure from Cassin onto the Zed. Usually I feel like it would be opposite a little bit, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Doesn't even have his Hex Drinker when Tiamat. I understand. I mean, in this position, he should be a little bit on the defensive, I guess. Yeah. Cassin's definitely bullying him. He's going to need some help from that Udyr, do some work on it. It's going to be tough now.
Yeah, Bind's going to land on Ezreal. He E's too late, and here comes the Fear Tether. He's just dead, not respecting the pressure from Team Revenge there, and gets hit by the binding. Here comes the Nocturnal onto Udyr. Udyr's just going to run away, though. So tanky. Zed going in, looking to ult the Nocturne. Here he comes. Bind's going to be done instantly, and they still have the Shen R, so no damage put down onto Nocturne there, and they're just going to walk out with 2 free kills, basically.
Yeah, that was tough at Zed. I mean, he used the full combo, then ulted. I mean, it was a precarious position. It's hard to know what to do there exactly, but I mean, you just used all your abilities. I don't know about ulting right after. All your cooldowns are gone.
You see a real clear issue with the the blue side comp here, they're all single target damage, and you have Shen ultimate. So anytime they look to blow up one target, the Shen ult comes down, the Morgana spell shield goes down, and it's almost impossible to find the damage through all of that. Especially being behind like they are right now. They're down 1,000 gold in a dragon at only 9 minutes. So tough place to be in if you are the Lotus Ink Bullets, but with that being said, they still have, you know, late game Udyr, they still have late game Ezreal, and the possibility of Zed just being able to find picks with his ultimate.
Yeah, hopefully, you know, he catches the Shen on ult cooldown.
Yeah.
Or there's not fast enough communication or something like that from TR where they, you know, Zed can actually get a kill going in, because it's definitely going to be tough with Shen on the team in general. And Nocturne can always come in out of nowhere too, if you know, instantly make that into a 2v1 anytime he really wants if he's nearby.
Really good global presence, and now Olaf is forced to flash away from that Morgana binding as she roams top, applying so much pressure on the map. Nocturne and Udyr both in the top side river, fighting over vision. Udyr needs to be careful. Kassadin's ulting forward. Udyr just sitting in the bushes. They start up this Rift Herald. They have the numbers advantages. Morgana had already roamed up from bot lane, and Olaf's flash is on cooldown with no ult. So really hard for blue team to enter into this to contest Rift Herald. And if I'm blue team, you just kind of have to give this up and try to find something on the other side of the map. But in goes Udyr, looking to blow up the Morgana maybe, but she has a stopwatch. Nocturne ult coming down instantly. Going on the Zed is everyone, and Udyr getting chunked out by Kassadin on the side. It's just 2 free kills for the side of Team Revenge. And Lotus Ink Bullets just not respecting Revenge at all. It's a 4v2. You can't do that. Yeah,
you already have a pretty decent disadvantage. I don't know. That was quite a risky play, I feel like. They were all kind of still in the area as well. Easy convergence by all of them just to get in there. And they're going to get the Rift and get the rest of the plates and pull mid-tower.
Huge. I mean, this is Kassadin, who is, you know, a not early game champion, sitting at 1-0 and have complete, you know, control over mid lane, got all plates there. So huge if you're Team Revenge, and you just kind of have to question the call there of contesting Rift Herald and not just looking bottom to maybe punish the Caitlyn by herself.
Yeah, if I saw 4 there, I would have pieced. I'm out of there.
Peace out.
You know,
go bottom, and
they got 4 guys. I'm not even close in gold. I'm probably leaving.
Run bottom and dive Caitlyn, but either way, Team Revenge making themselves a very comfortable path into this late game. Everything going their way so far.
Absolutely. I want to see. So Kassadin ended up buying. What is that item? I can't even.
That's the new Rod of Ages.
Oh, okay. Yep. So that's a pretty big mythic buy for him. Right away, 11.5 minutes or so.
So notable on this new patch is that Rod of Ages and Saris both getting buffs, making these kind of battle mages, mana reliant battle mages, really strong. Kassadin is a huge power pick right now. Uses both of those items incredibly well. And he's already off to a great early game. They're looking to maybe punish Shen up top. Attacking Shen so he can't ult to the other side of the map is not a terrible strategy, but he obviously sees this coming. He backs off, plays safe. And they're just going to look to take the second dragon in response as they see 3 members of blue team on the top side of the map.
Yeah, not looking too good for Lotus Ink Bullets here. Kind of full map domination by Team Revenge. Not much they can. I mean, they're trying different things here and there. The Rift play didn't work out. No real OBJ control at all, especially in that bot side. Ezreal and Karma had some decent work going on against Caitlyn Morgana as well, but it seems like that's kind of diminished at this point. Morgana now has 6 KP, got a decent amount of gold with that bounty on her as well. Yeah. Equal in farm for the, you know, between Ezreal and Kate, but Kassadin's down here. Oh boy.
Need to be careful. Ezreal's walking in. Here comes the Nocturnal flash forward from Kassadin, but the tether of Karma has already landed. But either way, Ezreal's just too squishy. He can't survive all of that. So much damage coming out from both of them. A nice pick there by the Nocturne Kassadin duo, knowing that Ezreal wanted to walk up to push that wave out, and they punish him for it. Oh, nice binding's gonna land onto the Udyr, but maybe they went a little bit too deep, and now a shutdown for Karma. Caitlyn's coming here to help out with the team. Auto's going down on Karma. She's taken so low. The Q from Caitlyn's gonna finish her off, and Udyr looking to run around, dodging what damage he can. Ezreal is gonna be flashed late, so it hits Morgana, doesn't kill her, and she uses the flash. Kind of unlucky there, but respect the flash attempt, looking to dodge out that damage.
Ezreal definitely a good spot for that. I mean,
yeah.
You still hit the Morgana, you get her flash out.
Yeah.
Kind of best case scenario besides the kill, which is of course what you want.
Yeah, absolutely. Now Olaf doing a lot of work onto that top lane turret. And you know, without sounding too much like we're just coping, the gold lead is only 2,000, which isn't like insurmountable. The kill score makes it look a lot worse than it is. It's definitely not ideal. You don't want to be down 2k gold at 15 minutes and down 2 dragons, but you could be down a lot more gold given the game state, given how much kind of early game dominance Team Revenge has had. So it's not by any means over. If you look at the farm, you know, Olaf has himself a little bit of a lead. Zed has himself a little bit of a lead. Caitlyn and Ezreal are actually about pretty even, honestly, on gold.
Lotus is doing a decent job with the farm, and
Ezreal dies. We were just talking about they need to find a way to stop those kind of just picks from happening. They need to stop bleeding kills. It's definitely hard with how much global pressure Team Revenge has, but they need to figure out a way to stop that bleeding if they want to have a chance in this game. Ezreal's moving towards his 2-item spike though, as Olaf looks to do something here on Shen, but the TP is going to come out from Cass, and Olaf's going to pop the ultimate and looks to just find 1 kill, flash it away, and here comes the rest of his team. 4 up on top. Zed's going to ult on Cass as he ults away. Shen taking so low, damage going down. Isn't going to be enough, it's not, and now here comes Nocturne looking to see if he can outbound. Udyr is still taking the turret. You can't do that. They're going to get top tier 1 in response. Cassidy looking to maybe find something in response to flash forward from both Nocturne and Cassidy. Now Karma's going to be the next target as Olaf falls. Zed running for his life has nothing but his W. It'll be enough as Team Revenge stops chasing, but you know, it's a tough spot to be in. They want to find kills back, but you can't just run under the turret as Udyr. You're not that tanky yet. It turns into a bit of a disaster. They at least get the tier 1 top as something, but Ezreal needs to be careful. He has the E. Here we go. Is he gonna get?
Ooh, okay.
Okay, a nice little E from Ezreal. It's gonna get him out to safety.
You never know where he's gonna go with that 360 little blink he's got.
Yeah.
You never know. Definitely a strange all-in from Lotus Inkpulse there. Udyr kind of just went under the tower.
Yeah.
It's a 3 people,
I don't know if
like.
he didn't realize he was tanking or what. But
I mean, Team Revenge completely turned it around, grabbed a bunch of kills. They were at a disadvantage for a second there. It was a pretty, you know, you want to end up backing off as Lotus Inkpulse. They get the tower piece out, but
yeah, exactly, and
went a little too hard, I think, and they end up Team Revenge ends up getting rift for that. We'll see where they place that down, maybe bot or top something to get, or maybe even they want the second
the
second tier mid.
Yeah. All right, Dragon coming up in 15 seconds as both teams look to fight for mid control, getting this vision down in the river. Lotus Inkbullets is here first, so they actually have pretty good objective setup. If we look at flashes on Team Revenge as well, Nocturne down flash, Cassidy down flash, Morgana and Shen down flash as well, so only Caitlyn has summoner spells right here. That's kind of big if you're Zed. It's easy to find these picks when they're down flashes, and now they're going to look up to start this Dragon. Revenge wants to maybe contest it. Here comes the Nocturne out into the middle of them. So much damage going down as they all come again. Here early on, Udyr looking to do so much work, but he's chunked out. Olaf's going to go down first, and now there's just no one to protect it. Ezreal, he finds a shutdown onto Nocturne, but goes down in response, and Zed wasn't even in that fight. So everything going the way of Team Revenge right there, and in the midst of all the chaos, they're able to pick up the Dragon. Zed is going to get camped by the cast and flashes away. Ult goes down. W to away. And oh man, yeah. Okay, but a nice juke, and the Morgana spell is gonna go wide, and then Cassidy has 7 flashes, so it doesn't matter. But a good effort by Zed, I guess.
Yeah, that was a little kind of trick. I mean, you tricked me, you tricked us a little bit there, so it's pretty good.
I mean, at this point in the game, you gotta, I guess, find something, as the gold lead is starting to balloon after that fight, and that's kind of the issue with these comps. You know, Lotus Inkbullets has some pieces that can work, but they're really hard to pull off, right? A lot of skill shots on Ezreal that have to be landed. Zed has to find a really good angle into the fight. Whereas Team Revenge, everyone just clicks R and kind of W keys at you, and it doesn't matter if they hit anything. Right. They're going to do a lot of damage. So you see that in that fight. Really hard for Lotus Ink Bullets to actually play it. Team Revenge just kind of all dives on them and kills them. But we'll see. Again, Ezreal gets a shutdown, so has some gold in his pocket now. Maybe able to find some damage preceding these fights, making them a little bit more winnable. And I say that every time I say something about Ezreal, he gets one shot by Cassidy.
Karma's next. I mean, that's Karma, a 5 level difference.
Karma.
Oh my god. Did you see that
nice.
Void walk in?
Yeah. Nice flash away from Karma, though, to escape with their life.
Wow.
But, oh man, Cassidy is starting to hurt.
That
Olaf
is
going to test his hand at a 1v1, but guess what? It's never a 1v1 here. As Nocturnal goes down, but it's actually going to be going down across the map on Udyr as he's now running for his life, and so much chaos all over Summoner's Rift right now. Udyr's going to find his way out, though. He'll survive, but now Team Revenge taking their focus down mid lane, looking to hit this inhibitor turret now as they push a huge wave in. Morgana or Karma is here with Ezreal looking to clear. TP is going to go down. They still have this Rift Herald, so now everything's coming in mid. They look to end this game, and so much damage going on to Ezreal. The turret's going to go down from Rift Herald as they all kite away. They're going to be able to survive the initial engage, and now Caston's looking pretty chunked, but he just instantly one-shots the Zed as he goes in, but huge damage coming from the Ezreal. Oh, the Caitlyn, oh, it's going to be enough to find Ezreal in response, and everyone's low, but there's just not anyone to finish him off. Olaf flashing forward now. He's going to find one, and now he's going to find two. Look at this, already gets it. Now he's on to Caitlyn. It's the Caitlyn versus Karma 1v1. Q is going to be out of range as Karma shield speeds her away, and they're both so incredibly low. What an absolute banger of a team fight right there. Honestly, a lot closer than I was expecting.
That was a fun one. Olaf coming in saying, what the hell is going on? I'm going to clean up real quick. Get a triple kill. He wants some gold. He, you know, Trinity Force, Black Cleaver, he got those tabbies going. I mean, he came right in, cleaned up a little bit. That's what we like to see Olaf doing.
Yeah, and I mean, that's a lot of gold in Olaf's pocket. He's now sitting at 2.5 items. He should be close to his third item, I think, after that. So, you know, they need to close this game out fairly soon. I mean, with that being said, though, Kassadin is actually just one-shotting. He's actually just one-shotting Zed as soon as he tries to ult in. It's unfortunate if you are the side of Lotus Ink Bullets, but
Caston's gonna pick up that blue buff. It's his. He can do pretty much whatever he wants here. Baron's up. They want to go after this. Should be pretty free. I'm not sure Lotus Ink Bullets can do anything. I don't even know if they realize it's starting out.
So it's going to be Baron on the side of Team Revenge.
I think you're right. They don't have to.
I don't think they have. Yeah, I don't think they know. If they were there, maybe could have contested it, but it's, you know, it's scary to leave the base. They have no vision in the top side. So what they're going to do is try to turn their attention on bot lane and find a pick on Shen as he's by himself on the other side of the map. Here they go. Olaf is going to land that Q right now. Shen looking to maybe just ult away, but there's too much CC. Can't channel that, and they're going to find themselves a kill as Team Revenge looks to just ARAM and finish this game off. But huge kill right there. Honestly, they find a pick, so this is really good. It's going to make it a 4v5, but Ezreal needs to be careful as he's just going to get one shot by 3 ultimates. Oh my goodness. It's a horror, but here it comes. Zed going on to the Nocturne, trying to find a kill back in return. He's going to be unsuccessful, and now it's just Olaf, Karma, and Udyr against 4 members of Team Revenge looking to hold this off against a Baron and a Caitlyn just autoing from 7 screens away. It's so scary. Caston going in looking to find some chunk as they just try to wave clear here and survive the onslaught of Team Revenge. Super minions now hitting the Nexus turret. It's taken so low. It's going to go down, and now they have to make their final stand. Here comes the TP from Shen. Udyr going down almost immediately. Olaf soon to follow. Team Revenge is going to find themselves the win. I mean, just a dominant performance, really.
Absolutely. I mean, that was a fun one to watch, even so. Lotus Ink Bullets did what they could for sure in a couple instances. A couple throws, I think.
Yeah.
Specifically that Rift and there's another one. I can't remember what it was. But regardless, Team Revenge comes through with ease, I think.
Yeah. For me, the biggest thing was it looked like Team Revenge had a game plan from beginning to end. Lotus, not so much. There were some shining moments. There were some good plays individually, but they didn't really seem to have a clear direction. When they saw Rift Herald happening, they just kind of walked in. No
hey
real reason
guys,
to contest it. We're here. Like, let's just go for it. You know, a lot of Zed just ulting in by himself kind of moments. Whereas Team Revenge, from beginning to end, was very prepared. They knew exactly what they wanted to do. They knew how to play their team comp, and they played it really well. So, solid game from Team Revenge. I mean, they've been a good team throughout this season. It's what you expect to see. Good game plan, good execution, and they're going to find themselves the Week 5 win.
Yeah, I mean, they'll take it after that. That was quite the performance from them. Caston doing some crazy work.
Yeah.
I don't know if we have the stats from that game. I would love to see the damage.
The damage that Caston was doing.
I mean, one of those void walks on Karma just
obliterated
like 80% of her health. I'm like, I mean, that was crazy. You know,
I'm curious to see if Caston is going to be something that's banned out, because that champion looks unbelievable right now. He utilizes the 2 new items they're not new, but they're recently buffed items. Seraph's Embrace and Rod of Ages so incredibly well.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so you see Caston 9-11 there.
Dang.
The gold, 10.7 thousand and 23,000 damage. I mean, he's 10k above everyone else.
Yeah, I mean, even comparing, look at Kate, you know, it's a 300 gold difference, but still a 10,000 damage difference between the ADC, Caitlyn, and Caston. He did some work for sure there.
Yeah, I mean, Olaf doing a surprising amount of damage, I'll say.
He really,
yeah,
more
up
than,
there with
more than everyone else on Team Revenge for sure.
Up there with the Caitlyn, and but how do you beat a Caston and that strong? It seems a bit impossible.
You can't stop him.
It seems a bit impossible. There's also not a lot of CC on the side of Lotus Ink Bullets in that game, so there's nothing really to lock down the Caston besides just like trying to auto attack him. He has his Zonias, you know, he has a Shenel. It's a very depressing game. I think once you see Caston start to get a few of his kills, it feels a little bit disheartening, I would say. So the Caston pick really just turning out huge. But with that being said, you know, Caston is a weak early game champion. I think they were able to play around that early game really well.
Fantastic early game from Caston. Usually very rare, I feel like. Especially against someone like Udyr. I mean, early game, you can't get away from him.
You can't escape it.
So early. You know, I was expecting some sort of strength from Zed early game, but yeah, I mean, a great win coming from Team Revenge.
Yeah,
I'll tell you.
Absolutely. So with that being said, I mean, following in similar fashion as the rest of the week has been, our last match is also canceled. So we won't have a game 3 for y'all, unfortunately. Again, we apologize for that. It was a bit of a scheduling just train wreck, I would say.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
I think that
catastrophe.
Yeah, a bit of a catastrophe. However, we'll be back next week, and the spring split of SOS will be starting in March. So definitely get on top of signing up. It's going to be bigger. It's going to be more exciting, I would say. Spicier is a good word for it. I agree. There'll be a prize pool. There'll be the top teams in the amateur scene competing against each other. We have a lot of exciting stuff for you coming in March. So get on top of signing up. Get your team in there. Prove that you can beat Team Revenge. Don't let them have all the fun on Caston.
You think this is good? You should just wait until March. I'm just telling you.
Exactly. This is a preseason split. So thank you for joining us. Thank you for bearing with the scheduling issues. We appreciate you all seriously so much. So from all of us at the SOS, have a good rest of your night. Be safe. Be well. Take care. We'll see you next week.
Bye, guys.